rotate that device. They were telling me. So now I got it. Guys, hey, welcome to the locker room. You guys know, let me make sure, because they just made me rotate my device. I'm real careful making sure I know where I'm looking so you can know I'm looking for you, and hope you're looking for me here in the locker room. Like most locker rooms, this locker room has to move around, folks. So, you know, today I'm in Austin, coming to you live from Austin. Oh man, we got hey, happy Tuesday to you too, brother. Boy, hey Nick, y'all really gotta make those. You gotta make those little things bigger. I can't see my bad eyes. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, talking about bad eyes, did y'all hear? Did you see that thing? I don't know if I did see that, where they got a bionic eye now. It's a bionic eye. Like you can see, I don't want to get, I'm so crazy I'll get just distracted, but a bionic eye. I may look into that. A bionic eye? You can see every little thing perfectly. That's something to think about. That's something to think about. That's something I like to think about. Something I like to think about and do. Hey, right now, and these guys, they'll update me on the score, but Steph Curry is on a heater, right? He's on a heater. To break the record for most threes in a game. 14 is the most in a game right now. And I think Steph is at about 11. And that would be just phenomenal. You know, the older he gets, and this kind of thing that happens when you get older, you can put these kind of games together, and they're in the battle right now, trying to make sure they stay in the playoffs and not have to fight through the playoff, the play-in, to get to the playoff. So they're in a battle, and these kind of games right here where you see that old champion rise. Steph just got back, right? Just got back healthy, was hurt, and missed the Miami game. You know, that game was big, and boy, did they kill Golden State. But now, Steph steps back on the stage in a couple games. He's now doing this right here. Kudos to that man right there. So right now we're on a Steph watch. A Steph watch. Trying to figure what's going on and how this thing's going to happen. Also, guys, my man Nathan and Gene on the other side, they're actually traveling too. You see how this thing works? I'm in Austin on a business trip with Funtown RV, and because they have the big companies all over the place, all over the world. And Nathan and Gene now are in LA. I would usually be in LA. We'd be cuddling up together, hanging out together, but they're in LA, and then I have to come here. That's how business works. But those are my guys, and they're handling it on the go. That's what I'm saying. You gotta have guys that know what they're doing, and they can do it on the go. So much to talk about in the NFL too now, the NFL with all these rule changes. How do you guys, I know you guys have heard about that, and I'll keep you up to date on Steph. But I know you heard about the rule changes. We got to jump right into those rule changes. Now, and you guys tell me what you think about it, and I'll give you my thoughts on it. First, I want to start with this one. The touchback rule on kickoffs. There's a touchback rule on kickoffs. Kickoffs, touchbacks are now at the 35-yard line to encourage teams to kick the ball in the return zone. Now remember, the NFL is trying to, first they want to limit the injuries, and then they want to add the excitement. And everybody's kicking the ball out of the return zone. You miss those opportunities to have that excitement, to have a Cavante Turpin. That's the one thing I thought about. No joke. And I wondered if Jerry Jones knew this was coming, because I promise you, I thought about that. I was like, wait a minute. If you're going to tell me $6 million for Cavante Turpin, or $6 million for Cooper Rush, and as much as Dak's been hurt lately, I'm going to pay that $6 million for Cooper Rush and not the $6 million or $8 million, however he got, and God bless him. I'm happy for him, for Cavante Turpin, because they can limit that kickoff. They can limit the kickoff. They can make sure they don't kick to him. This rule says you'll get some kicks, and he'll get an opportunity. And Jerry must have known it. That's why he made sure he kept that returner, because he is the best returner, I believe, right now in the National Football League. Who's saying we should bring back Trey? You know, bringing back Trey, and that would be something else here. Okay, that's some guys. That would be something else. You're right. You know, because Trey knows the plays, and at a certain number. Now you're to tell me, and I don't know what Trey's asking for, but I know Trey's asking for some money. You want to let Cooper Rush walk away for $6 million and then pay Trey how much? Depends on the upside that you see in practice, because we haven't seen enough in the games. I love Turpin too, dude. I ain't lying, man. He's a good play starter, and I want to talk to you guys about how important this is. I'm gonna tell you something. The one thing I love about Jimmy Johnson, when you talk about great champions, you have to do the little things. And Jimmy understood this. I promise you guys, when we would meet as a team, Jimmy would tell us, guys, because offense would meet, defense would meet. Everybody, Jimmy would make all of us, even me and Troy and Emmett, who didn't play no special teams, we had to sit in all the special teams meetings and watch the special team players. He said there were two sides to that, to show these guys the importance of what they're doing and not just some third part of the team that nobody gives attention to. They're very vital. And he wants everybody to see what these guys are doing. And if everybody's in there, these guys want to be helped. They want to show you guys that they're accountable to you. They know you're going to see what they're doing every game day, because we're going to sit in here and watch it. And Jimmy would do this, guys. I'm going to tell you, it blew my mind. He would say, that's why I love this rule. He would say, do you guys know the percentage of a team scoring a touchdown or a field goal? Curry was on the bench, and now he's back in going for that record. I want to watch that now. I don't know what Curry going to do. He's a bad man. He's just a bad man. You know it. But he would tell us, he said, you got to know the percentage of a team scoring a touchdown if they have to start inside the 20-yard line. He had it broken down inside the 10-yard line. They scored this many times. Inside the 15-yard line, they score this many times. And then inside the 20, it'll be like 7% of the time. And if that team starts on the 25, that thing will jump to like 15% of the time. If you get the jump start on the 30 or the 35, it'll jump to 25. Those are big numbers, 25% of the time. So he played all of these numbers. And now, you get somebody 35, you gotta kick that ball in play. And Cavante Turpin can do some danger if you kick that ball in play. This is huge for the Dallas Cowboys offense. And I don't know how many people are going to talk about it, but this is huge for anybody's offense if you have a good return man. But Dallas, I think, has the best. And I think they will get a chance to benefit from that, I think, more than anybody, to tell you the truth. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. He'll be a big part of the offense. Remember, I told you guys, we needed more help with CD. We need more help with CD. This helps CD. This helps get that offense moving and get them back towards what they were the last couple years prior to the year we just had. Another regular season overtime rules. The league has changed it so it is the same as the playoffs. Both teams possess the ball. I think we all wanted that. We're past the time where a football game, when it's going to overtime, the people saying, well, hurry this game on up. No. It's right to give both teams the opportunity to possess the ball. Use the playoff rules and the regular season rules. We've all, I think, like that a whole lot. Flags can now, this is interesting. Flags can now be reviewed. You know what I mean? He said he shouldn't be on the field as a wide receiver. If he's no, that's not true. Somebody was just saying he shouldn't be on the field as a wide receiver. I don't interpret. I don't believe that. You absolutely paid him that kind of money to become your third or fourth receiver. Yes. Now I'm not saying he should be two. I'm not saying he should be two all flags. I'm not saying he should be two, but he certainly should be on that field, and for his speed and his elusiveness, and you should have a little package, something short, something when we know. Let me give you an example. Say the Dallas Cowboys are facing a team that has a better defensive line than their offensive line, and you're not getting much in the run game. You want to drop that ball off to him. Yes, just like my guy just said, in the slot. You're right. Drop that ball off to him in the slot. Because if everybody's piling up in here, if they're piling up, if we're being able to block it and they stack the line of scrimmage, I got you one-on-one with Devontae Turpin in the open field. That's exactly what you didn't want in the kickoff. I just recreated it in my offense. You see what I'm saying? That's why you were kicking the ball out of bounds. Like, no way, we don't want him in the open field running wild. So yes, that means, man, he is so dynamic, bro. Man, he's so dynamic. You ain't lying, bro. I don't want to hear that noise they talking. I don't want to hear that noise they talking. You're right. But we got to incorporate that in the offense because it scares you. You heard what I mean? He's dynamic. It scares you, and we need that fear on that field. Dude, let me tell you something. I love him. Personally, Brandon Cooks, I love him. He's a good dude. But Brandon Cooks, man, I mean, dude, we had no speed. There was no speed there. Devontae Turpin gets some of those reps and gets some opportunities. He can blow by people. All he gets first downs and touchdowns. Yep, that's all he needs. You're going to make a great living coming up with first downs and touchdowns in any league, and especially playing for the Dallas Cowboys, because now his game gives you so many interview with your playmaker on my network. Okay, okay, you're trying to get an interview now. I should have, these things are small, right? I don't know. I don't know the great, I can't see their name, but he's asked, is Tolbert a grade 3? Let me tell you something. Do I like Tolbert, and do I like Tolbert for what we got him? But I'm not saying let's go in and say Tolbert's going to be a number 2. I want him to continue to play, but I would like a real playmaker, to come in and probably get that opportunity, or at least battle. You know what I mean? Make Tolbert and everybody else say, hey, don't let the little boy come in and take your job now. Let them put in good battles. So yeah, I do like that. But I want to see more out of Tolbert before we think about trying to make him that number 2. So let's go back to the flags can be reviewed. Y'all know what that's going to be. That means if you throw a flag, I can throw a review on your flag. Call referee on flag. Challenge. I'm going to challenge your flag. But you can't throw the flag. You can't throw a challenge flag to get a flag. You can throw the challenge flag to challenge a flag. But you can't throw a challenge flag to get the flag, the challenge that the flag wasn't thrown and to make them throw the flag. Do you miss that kind of thing? They're not letting you go. I'm okay with that. I want everybody to be held accountable. And since everybody in the NFL has to be careful with this too. That's why they're doing this. The only reason they're doing this is because they hear the grumblings. Don't fool yourself. They hear the grumblings. And the grumblings are going to be talked about with these flags and who's thrown and Kansas City's getting the break because gambling is so deep. So everybody watching everything. This here gonna watch this right here. That right here. We're gonna be talking about a lot of this on every show. On every show. What flags got challenged? What part of the game? Oh my God, I can't believe he made that call. He was right to challenge that flag with his challenge flag. And right there in that call. I can't believe they stuck with that. I could have sworn I saw Kansas City Chiefs, they're trying to get him in there again. Everybody's going to see what their money said. And then they're going to blame the refs for cheating instead of them being wrong. Isn't that kind of funny? You know what? Most of life, and anybody where life or things didn't go right in their life, they look for people to blame. And I'm going to tell you something, when people lose in betting, they look for people to blame. And so that right there with the flags, I guarantee you, that's going to become part of our natural conversation after every game. What flag was thrown, and should he have thrown a challenge flag to review that flag? And we will talk about that all day long, all week long after every game. Let me tell you guys. You guys know for the first time, and I'm okay with this too. No, I'm better than okay with this. I really like it. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I need to see how they're going to put it together. I want to run it back too. I hope we're not staying with running backs we have. They will be using computers to measure first downs now. Hallelujah. Boy, Genty, man, y'all stop playing, man. You know, listen, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I've been crying and begging for him. Y'all stop talking about, yes, me too. Dude's doing praying hands. I've been begging and praying too. We get Genty. I told y'all that would be the Emmitt Smith coming in and taking this thing to a whole nother level. I would like that. Absolutely like that. Don't make me digress. But back to what I was talking about, this first down. I love that, guys. So here again, along with the gambling, that's where all of this is coming from. And they have to do it now. Because all of that gambling, there wasn't a first down. How'd you mark that? Oh yeah, how did you miss that first down in Buffalo? Boy, it looked like he had it from over the top. So you see what I'm saying? They have to remove all these things. So I'm happy that they are doing that. I'm happy that they are doing that. So yeah, those are the majors. Those are the majors right now. They tabled the talk of making the tush push, the outlawing the tush push. I want to hear from you guys right quick about that, since we just got off those rules. Tell me about that. What do you guys think about, I think it was the Packers who put it in first, trying to get the tush push outlawed. And this is coming up after the team just won the Super Bowl using the tush push. Yeah, you know what? You're right. I want to talk about that too. No. Right? The white nose thing's been banned. That white nose thing. I ain't never liked it. I swear. Y'all know I would laugh about it. But every time they do it, I say, wow, why would they? What are they saying? Why would they do that? Why would you do that? I guess. I guess. I don't even joke about it. I don't even bring it up. You know what I mean? I don't even bring it up. So that's a funny thing. And we'll get into it. But come on. I'm with you guys. Hey, I'm with you guys If you can't stop it, let's go try to get it outlawed. The team that just won, they use that tush push. What's the most crucial downs? 3rd and short, 4th and short. If they got a solidifier on 3rd and short or 4th and short, and nobody can do anything, and now everybody's going, well, it's a danger to the players. Dude, come on, dude. I was shocked. I told you before that Green Bay put their name on that. That you put your name on that. That shocks me. And then you got to go back out on the football field and probably line up again, and you're going to play that same team. And they're going to be looking at you like you chumps. We going to tush push y'all butt right on out of here. You know, so all of that, man, that tush push. You can't go back and outlaw things and start getting upset when you have that kind of success. You know, Coach talked about it. He said, we coach this just like we coach any quarterback sneak. But everybody think they could just line up there and everybody pushing everybody tush and get it done. It didn't happen. It don't happen. And that's why Kansas City Chiefs, they stopped. That's how they beat Buffalo. They stopped that tush push. As much as I hate the Eagles, you're right. I'm with you, buddy. As much as I hate the Eagles, I cannot put my mouth on them and say, boom, let's get him out of here. Curry just made his 12th three-pointer. Curry just made his 12th. How much time in that game? 12 three-pointer, 3 minutes remaining. Scored 121 to 120. I mean, Curry Carter would be great. This would be great. This would be great. The NBA needs that to see this happen. Find a way to stop it. If not, don't whine about it. I'm with you on that, buddy. You know what I mean? I'm with you on that. If you can't stop it. And now, it is a beast to stop. You gotta want that kind of contact and know what's coming with it to lay on. You're the big defensive lineman. Rather I'm in one technique or you got two deep. You got a knife in there. You got a knife in there and be willing to stick your nose in there and then know, boom, tons gonna drop on you. All big guys trying to drop right on you right away. You know what I mean? Now, this is, and that's that part right there. That's the part that nobody wants. It's that weight dropping on those big boys. Remember, you're already tired. And everybody now is, and then, I know, it does look like that electric football stuff. You never lie, where everybody just piling in. But that electric football, though, it had them little cleats, some little spike things on the end, they didn't dig in the ground. They just bounced around on top. These 330, 40 pounders, they digging in the ground and then laying on top of you. Now, I'm not saying you don't need to, I'm not saying you should outlaw it. But I am saying I understand what those defensive linemen are talking about because I ain't nowhere in the world I would go up under there and feel all of that pressure. Just nowhere in the world I go up under there and feel all that pressure, man. So that's just funny to me. That's just funny to me. And I don't think you'll ever live that down. You know what I mean? No, you can't neutralize the tush push. The only way you can neutralize the tush push is by making sure you don't put them in short yardage situation. Can you keep them in a 3rd and 2, or 3rd and 3, and 3rd and 4? You're not going to be able to do that. It's just going to be every time they get that thing inside of 2 yards, it's going to be a first down. And I can't tell you the huge advantage that is if you're a football team. But like we say, guys, if you're not gonna stop it, come on, don't go barking. Don't go barking about it. Don't go crying about it. Let's be real about it. Because we were talking about what were we saying? What I mean by neutralizing? Oh, okay. It went off too fast. I wanted to hear what he mean by neutralizing it. How do you neutralize it? Because Yeah, if he has an answer on how you neutralize it, I certainly want to know it because I want to try to secret package that thing if it's something that everybody else is missing. Because then I can go and black market that thing to them 31 teams out there. I won't black market, can't do it to Philly because then they'll turn me in. But by learning to do it too. Yeah, by learning to do it too, but everybody can't do it. We just talked about Buffalo. They missed twice. That's why they went home. If you do it 4 downs, yeah. If you do 4 downs, if you got a big old line like the Philadelphia Eagles who just gonna lean on you, then you got a chance. And you're right. What did you just do? Right there. Boring. That's why the NFL wants it out of here. You just said it, buddy. He put the word in there. Boring. Think about it. All of these other rule changes are for excitement, to bring back excitement, and to remove any doubt of gambling. No. We can't have y'all just kicking the ball out of bounds. That's boring. We can't have that. We need that exciting return that switch the game, flip the game, make everybody tune in. So we got to get rid of that boring stuff. And how we do it? We penalize you. Oh, you're gonna keep doing the boring stuff. We're gonna let them start at the 35-yard line. That's what the NFL is about. And that, my dear, is not that they're caring about hurting people. I hope they care. But I don't think that's the main priority here. It's boring. And people don't want to see it. You know what I mean? They don't want to see it. That's just the reality of it, man. So, yeah, it ain't rugby. It's rugby. And we think about that. This game evolved from rugby, not headed towards rugby. That's what they're saying. It evolved from rugby. That's what we got this game, how we got to this game. They don't want to go back there. You know, that's not what it is. Still a business at the end of the day. And that's the reality. That is the reality. It's still a business. And the business, they want to keep growing it and growing it. And that excitement comes when you're throwing that ball in the air. That's why now, receiver number 1 is going to make $41 million. Receiver number 2 going to make $28 million. We're going to be throwing around $60, $70 million in wide receivers. So that's just the reality of what's coming down the pipe and happening right here. Any one of you guys, I know I'm in Austin right now, right up the street this weekend. They're going to have those Final Four. You know who's in the Final Four, and I can't wait to watch it. But Florida, Auburn, talked about that. Duke versus Houston. I told you I've been riding with Florida all the moment here because that's who I got at the end of my bracket, even though my bracket been, busted up a little bit. But I got Florida. But I'm going to tell you something. Out of all of these teams, and I love the Duke story, the Auburn story, and I know Auburn beat Florida SEC championship game, beat them pretty good too. That Houston story is what I really grabbed a hold of. How they started the season. They didn't play well early. And now, man, they're surging now. I know they just lost Bramante, the best player. Auburn did. I don't know how they're going to beat Florida if he doesn't play. And I hadn't heard anything if he's playing or not this weekend, so that'll be interesting. But I can't wait to watch it. But that Duke and Houston game was going to be great because Duke and Houston they play great defense and they don't turn the ball over. And I can't wait to see what happens in that game. I'm thinking about popping up since it's my off season. I could pop up right up the street and go to a game. I don't know if I'll do it or not, but it'd be interesting. I'll see if I got a chance. Nathan, what happened with Steph Curry? Where we at with that? I want to know what's going on with Steph. I hope he gets this record. Everybody got that? You got that on? Somebody got it on? Because everybody would go crazy. Let me tell you something. Also, I know Jerry's been talking a lot about the Michael Parsons stuff, right? Everybody 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left in the game. We're talking about in the game. 30 seconds left. Warriors up by 5. He's still at 12. Man, get him 2 quick was in and win the game. You already won the game, so let's go get him in right there, man. And you know what I mean? I know I kind of hit on it yesterday. Houston's defense physically physical against the defense. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're right, dude. You see what I'm saying? Houston plays some defense, don't it? You saw what they did to me. Boy, Houston plays some defense. Y'all better be ready for this. This is good, I'm telling you. And they don't turn the ball over. So now you got Duke who plays sound basketball all the time. And Houston, who's playing sound basketball all the time, now it comes back to the athleticism. See, Duke has played other teams that are more athletic than Duke at times, but the sound basketball beats you every time. That old brain over brawn thing. You know, but when you got sound on sound, now you go back to athleticism. That's why I want to watch that game. That's why it's going to be an interesting game. All right, guys, I got my guys on the road. So that's all the time. I do want to just right quick on Michael Parsons, y'all. Everybody was up in arms about the Michael Parsons saying, I want to be the highest paid non-quarterback. You guys do understand that everybody in the world, just negotiate. Michael Parsons has done a good job, I think, in saying, hey, I don't have to be the highest paid, basically saying I want to be here. But his agent got to tell people, yeah, we want to be the highest paid. And that's just that. But I think they'll find some medium ground. Jerry, I do wish Jerry would flip this thing. Just try to say to the players that we're going to try to get them in here early and sign them early. I wish he understood the value, and it's the only thing that bothers me. I understand business is business, and you got to run business. But the value of having an off season where you're focusing on a championship as opposed to focusing on talking again about a contract all off season. And that's what I'm afraid is about to happen with the Dallas Cowboys. All off season. They already starting to prep. We should be talking about that big wide receiver we're going to get, that running back that we're going to bring in and how he's going to change this thing back around and get back on point. Talk about Tuck Tarantino, that's my man right there. Yeah, Tuck Tarantino, I appreciate that, that's my son. But that's what I want an off season of talking about winning a championship. And it looks like we're about to have another offseason of talking about Michael Parsons in the contract. And I'm saying, it's just not good. It's just not good. I will tell you about Tarantino on my way out. He is my man. I want you guys to understand that now, how much I love my son, my boys. And the Bible says this. The Bible says, creating your image and likeness. And people keep saying to me, because I said that thing about rappers, and I already talked to you, look at what's going on with Breezy right now. My great friend, I know I heard he's out, but I consider him a great friend. My mind's blown that you can get in a rap beef with somebody and now going to jail for capital murder for putting out a hit. Yeah. I see all those things. I even talked to Tut about, man, maybe I was wrong. Because my son, when he went to jail for carrying and conceal, for having to carry and conceal weapons, carrying charge. And I was like, man, I was scared. He got all on it. Why are you driving? What are you doing? What are you doing? He said, Dad, I gotta have this. Well, I'm just trying to protect myself. And I was down his throat about this. Dude, come on, man. This is for what? All of this and everything. And he said to me, he said, Dad, the people that do what I do and the people in the business. He said that. I didn't hear any of it. And then I see the breezy thing and I go crazy. Shit. I'm just glad he's here. And maybe I'm wrong. These dudes are taking each other out over rap beef. Or allegedly, I should say. Come on, man. That's scary. That's scary. That's all. That is scary. All right, guys. I gotta get back to this appearance I have over here in Austin. You got me thinking about my son. You know, try to do the right thing all the time about my sons. You know, I love them. Michael played football, that's one side. Like the Bible says, my image and likeness in, and my son Elijah is a rapper. That's what I'm doing right now. We rap. We're rapping. We just put a beat to it. And he's very good at it. Very good. So, if you guys go and follow Tut Tarantino, listen to it. And all this, listen, everybody's saying things. It's an art. It's an art. It's not the truth. But then they make truth out of the art. Because they rap about the beef and then it shows up on 35 with a gunman chasing somebody and killing them. Scary. Kerr didn't get it. Kerr did not get it. But we'll talk about how he almost got it and will he get it? Because now he'll be hunting for it. I appreciate you, my man. You said you listen to Tut Tarantino every day. Keep listening. That's my man. That's my man. Listen, there is nothing anybody could ever do to pull me from my sons. There's nothing. I tell them all the time, I don't care what happens. Daddy gonna show up. I'm going to be there for you no matter what. Now I'm gonna yell at their ass. I'm gonna get on their butt. But I'll never leave them. And I'll never excommunicate them. We will always be family. And that's that. And it should be that way in your home with your babies. You know what I mean? Thank you guys for spending a little time. You got me thinking about my son again. I'm gonna have to go and call them, make sure they're okay and everything, and then I'll get back to work over here and we'll talk next week. Yeah, before you go, I know, Jalen Miro, we'll see. And now, because remember I said that if we're gonna pick up a quarterback and get somebody that's a different from that. Get me something different. But I don't want something different that's going to be spraying the ball all over the field. I want somebody that can run, but not spray the ball all over the field. I want you to be able to make some plays and mirrors. I like them a lot. Guys, appreciate you taking the time. Stop sending me stuff because I'm going to keep talking about it. And I'll talk all day. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk all day. So we'll get a chance. We'll get a chance. We'll get a chance to do this again next week. I appreciate you guys spending the time. God bless. Have a great day.